Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. And boom, Tito Ortiz knocks out Chuck Liddell in the first round. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego in the back with some more fighting. Wow, so Wonderboy tried it. They tried their hand at MMA pay-per-view. I just watched it. I didn't pay, but you did. I'm not gonna tell you how I watched it, but I watched it. Hard to watch, man. You know, two guys, MMA legends, who were well past it, inactive for several years. This is what happens. You know, you got to understand, fighting in general, whether you're active or inactive, but even if you're active, it's a brutal sport. You know, your body is not meant for blunt force trauma. You know, so you could be an active guy and still meet your match or get hit with a strike or a kick or punch, you know, depending on your combat sport of choice. And it could put you out. So, you know, what do we expect when guys are pushing 50? You know, Chuck Liddell got knocked out in the first round. This was only scheduled for a 3-rounder. I don't know who purchased it, but I feel bad if you bought this particular Wonderboy pay-per-view card for 50 bucks, 50 some odd bucks, whatever it was. No real surprises. The guy who's slightly younger, he got redemption, so shout out to him. Congrats to Tito Ortiz on his victory. It was hard to watch, man. You know, Chuck Liddell, he said a lot of stuff in the face-offs, and he did, you know, he looked like vintage Chuck Liddell in terms of the stare downs and what he was saying. But, you know, when it came time when that cage was locked and it was just him and Tito Ortiz, he looked every bit of his age. Like, physique-wise, he didn't look bad. You know, he's, you know, 48 or whatnot. He didn't look bad. Tito Ortiz looked, they're better than the average Joe. You know, it's not like they had dad bods or nothing. So that part was solid. But in terms of how he was striking and throwing his punches, and I seen this at the media day too. Like, you know, if you look at the Chuck Liddell media day, when he was throwing punches, it just didn't look like they were coming off. His strikes didn't look as fluid and crisp, and that's how it was in the fight. This is only a 1-rounder, so it wasn't much to really even break down. But I see people on the internet like laughing and, you know, saying it was a joke, stuff like that. So let me know what you guys thought of it. Tito Ortiz gets redemption, but you know, 14, 16 years after the initial one, but he made good with what he was saying, and he knocked him out in the first round. It looked to me like it's weird too with the fighting sport, because the way Chuck Liddell was talking at the media days, and like, he made it sound like he was coming guns blazing and he's always hated Tito Ortiz, but he looked very gun shy here in the first round. Looked very timid, very gun shy. It didn't really throw much punches, and the ones he did when he was throwing his strikes, they just simply didn't look like they were really telegraphed and slow. And he got tracked down, he got hit and rocked against the cage, and then Tito Ortiz pounced on him, and, you know, it was done. He was out. This is what happens, you know, like the movie No Country for Old Men. This is just not, it's simply not the sport. And I think boxers fundamentally, maybe, like, if you're a George Foreman type, he was able to beat Michael Moore at an advanced age, but that's because he has immense, crazy power, you know, and Foreman had a chin. You know, MMA is a bit different. After some of these guys take brutal knockouts and whatnot, and Foreman, you've seen him when he fought like Shannon Briggs and Holyfield. He lost to more youthful guys. So no big surprises here. Shout out to Tito Ortiz, but this, you know, wasn't a crazy fight night. The undercard, I seen the guy he lost and then proposed to his girlfriend, so shout out to him, but definitely wasn't a pay-per-view. I don't know if Wonderboy is gonna continue to try their hands, but the UFC has nothing to fear with an event like this, because it was almost like a parody. Like, this is like a movie or something, like Grudge match with Robert De Niro and Stallone. It almost didn't look real, you know. know, especially for what they try to sell us and, you know, renting out the forum and stuff. But let me know if you guys liked it. You know, just seeing, some people probably like it for novelty reasons, maybe, you know, just like, it reminds you of wrestling almost when you see a WWE, like somebody who's not in the same shape they were in the 90s when they're in the WWF or WWE and they come back. So maybe people like it for that reason. I didn't particularly care for the card. This wasn't the best night. Even in boxing, Dimitri Bivol versus Pascal, watch that too. It just wasn't the greatest fight night, but it is what it is. If you guys spent your money before the holidays on this, then let me know about it in the comment section. That's my thoughts. Tito Ortiz knocks out Chuck Liddell in round 1. Hopefully they both retire, and, you know, I guess that settles that. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.